Hello everyone, my name is Chao Yao. This is a classroom observation video. Last week I went to a history class. The professor is Ingrid Tango. The name of the class is Early Europe, Modern Europe, which starts from 4 p.m. to 5:50 p.m. As that day, there were about 30 students in class and no one came late. Some students took laptops and some students took their notebook and some students just came to the class without anything. After the class, I really found some very differences between the Chinese class and the American class, which surprised me a lot. As that class, the professor talked about a book which name is Candidate, written by Vattel, who was a famous philosopher in Europe. And the professor asks the students to brainstorm some main ideas and targets in this book. Then the students divided into 6 groups immediately and discussed this topic. These groups, and then after about 20 minutes, the group showed their opinions one by one, and the professor commented these ideas and written some good points, just like represent human nature, changing minds, or the correct thing, establishing religions. And after the talking about the main ideas and targets, the professor announced another topic about what is the world that Hotel wants. And then the discussion started again. I feel very surprised about the American classroom and American students, and because they showed their ideas and they discussed a lot in the class without just don't like Chinese students in their classroom. The first surprise me is that the professor organized and encouraged the discussion with groups. She led the discussions and guided students to main ideas, which is very different with Chinese class, with Chinese teachers. Instead of the Chinese classroom, the teacher mostly shows some information and knowledge that have printed in the textbook. Students didn't do any discussion or share their personal ideas in the class. It's very differences, and I don't, and I really feel that discussion will make you remember things better. The second thing that surprised me is that all the American students, they discussed excitedly and everyone showed their opinions. For example, in my top group, there were about 5 students. All of them showed their personal ideas, and include me. And they all show some comments with their other students' ideas. And when the professor asked them about this topic, they replied very quickly and many ideas that I have ever seen in the textbook. Um, I think the students who are going to study American, they need to change their formal attitude in class, especially Chinese students, um, because the American classroom it will requires more challenging, more discussion and the sharing their opinions. My classroom observation experience also shows that um, students, they will need to open their minds, and I hope the video will help some Chinese students who are studying in the high school or the freshman, as a freshman in the university. They have experienced 10 years Chinese education, so they need to change their educational styles. So it will be more hard for them to change their attitude. But I think uh, when you study at United States, you must need to change your attitude, and you The more speak English and the more English you will get better. And I think it will be more challenging for you to do that. Thank you very much.